So you seem to be pretty high on like self motivation. Like, where does that come from?
Um, I think the biggest thing that the self motivation comes from is, like I said, like I'm thinking about my future self. I'm thinking about like the life that I want to create for myself, like for my kids, and like being able to really just think about like where I want to be 10, 15 years from now. It also comes from, like I said, like my parents definitely instilled like the importance and the value of like hard work. So um I don't feel comfortable like when I'm being lazy or like not getting anything done. So there's just that's those are just kind of, I say, like the few of the biggest factors that really keep me going. And also, like there's always going to be people that don't think that you're going to be capable of doing it, or and you just got to put all those factors into one and just think about why you're doing it.
Got you. So, what's the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone on their self improvement journey?
Man, that's a really good question. um I think I would say the, the biggest thing is to really fully invest in yourself. And when I say that, I mean like take really like take the time to, it's okay to like take other people's opinions, and listen to other people's advice, but at the end of the day, like you got to do what's best for you. And it's important to look out for other people. But like you said, if you're going through like a certain struggle or facing a certain problem, like you really got to dig down and see how you yourself can get yourself, out of that hole, whether it's, mental or physically, like really just focus on all the things that you can do to like put yourself, in a better position. So, well, I think that there's definitely a few factors, but I would definitely say it really just depends on like what you're struggling with. So, like if you're, getting discouraged by other people, then I would definitely say just block out the noise, and really focus, don't listen to other people's opinions. Because at the end of the day, I've never met a hater that's doing better than me. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like there's always going to be someone that's going to be hating and envious of you, and a lot of the time they don't even have access to you, or like, um, you know, they, there's a reason why. It's because they can't see yourself like getting to that point.
Like,
Got you.
uh, are there people that motivate you as well?
I would just say, I think the biggest people that motivate me it's really my family. Like um, they worked hard. Traveling and all that stuff, like it's not easy on a family, because like you're always relocating, and especially like kind of like growing up with that. So like my parents always constantly like worked hard to like make sure that, my brother and I always had, like we were taken care of well from our, family. Like they gave a lot to us, as far as like sacrificing their time to make sure that we were able to, do various activities, in our own time. And so I think with that, like I really want to be able to give back to my parents and all of my family, and be able to like, you know, we live a great life, but I want to be able to like really, do something special for them one day, and give them like an incredible life.
Of course.
What would you say is the biggest goal that you would want to achieve in life?
The biggest goal that I want to achieve, I'll tell you, especially like from doing the Hard Knocks venture and like talking with like so many different people. I think the biggest thing that I want to achieve is really just inspire as many people as possible
Mm,
to really follow their passion, and do what like they want to do, and live the life they want to live. I feel like it's very often, and we're all culprits of it, where like we try to like live not the life of someone else, but someone in your life, not like having to
I know
do
what you
directly
mean.
with you, but like they want to tell you how to live their life. They want to tell you the path to go. They want to tell you the job to get. They want to tell you. Um, I feel like a lot of people like live that way, where they get discouraged from doing something that they really want to pursue, following their dreams, and they end up not doing that because too many people said, "Oh, that's impossible. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't be a rapper. You're never going to be a professional football player. You're never going to be able to do this." I feel like a lot of people hear that and they end up wanting to just not risk it and just play it super safe, and not necessarily not risk it, but they get discouraged. So I
Mm,
think it would really just be to like really like inspire people to know that like it is possible, and like they just have to just follow their passion and take the risk when you can. You know.
for real. I think that's big. A lot of people don't want to take that risk, and society oftentimes encourages people not to take that risk. But to achieve your dreams, you have to take that risk. But
Yeah,
it's scary that thought is scary to a lot of people.
definitely. And so that's kind of why like our biggest goal really with like the School of Hard Knocks is we eventually want to build like courses out with like major influencers in different like industries like real estate, and someone
Uh,
like Grant Cardone, get Gary Vee to come teach like a content class and like eventually like sell
that's
that, like
expensive.
go to like school districts and kind of like sell that, because it's like in high school and college, I'm talking more high school, so it'd be more kind of basic stuff. A lot of people go out into college and a lot of people go out into the real world having no idea what they want to do. And I think a lot of that stems from early education level. Obviously, yes, elementary school, middle school, beginning of high school, you need to learn, those entry level classes, your sciences, your histories, and all that. And I get that. But at a certain point in time, I feel like there's a lot of people that don't have like the influences around them or the people around them to really like make them think what they want to do past college, like thinking ahead. So I think we want to be able to do something with like school boards around the country where they start teaching, even if it's something like, how to repair a tire or something like that, because you know how helpful that would be, like
Mhm.
stuff like
That's
that to
major, man. That's freaking major. That's big time right there. So
Taxes.
taxes, learning about credit, how to, do a checkbook, investing, all those types of things.
honestly, build your own school, right?
Exactly.
You build
Exactly.
your own school. Texas
100%.
got enough space for it. Build your own school.
There you go. There you go. You never know.
No, for real. How do you know so
Uh,
many millionaires, man? Oh, Paul, you had a question?
no, because he had mentioned Gary Vee, and I said for the long Gary Vee is somebody that I really I study him a lot on YouTube. I would love to meet him and just like
Yeah, we're gonna meet him.
all his
Knowledge.
wisdom. Yeah, he got a lot of knowledge. That's all.
Absolutely, bro. I love Gary.
Same. So yeah, how do you know so many millionaires?
So yeah, we first of all, like we've had a lot of people like that like reach out to us, um, that own various companies and stuff like that. Um, so we'll connect with them through that way. A lot of the time, we'll just go up to random people in Austin and we'll talk to them about like what they did, kind of like their net worth and all that type of stuff. And so that's kind of like how we meet people. Some of it's like random, like we just approach people, but a lot of the time it's they reach out to us or we reach out to them, different company owners. I mean, because we've interviewed um, like the chief marketing executive from T-Mobile. We've interviewed the CEO of Hop Dotty, which is a very famous like burger chain out here, the CEO of Silicon Labs, and they supply all of the like routing hardware chips to Apple, Amazon, Facebook, all those big tech companies. So a ton of like big like executive from various like businesses. And so some of it's through connecting with them through people, some of it's through like randomly like interviewing and like getting to meet people. And other times it's through like them reaching out to us to like come connect.
Got you. So
Have
yeah.
you gotten connections out of these out of the interviews and out of the people that have reached out to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So there's been a couple of times like where we've met up multiple times with them for different reasons. A lot of it is probably my brother like runs a consulting company. And so a lot of them, if they run their own businesses and they need help with building out like a software or doing data automation or financial analysis. He's got those services and has been able to help some of them as their own clients. We've also, helped some of them with their own social media and growing on there. And, in return, they'll maybe teach us something about real estate or something like that. So a lot of it's kind of absolutely like we have gotten really good connections and we've built some pretty good relationships with a lot of the people that we meet. Which is it's definitely super interesting.
What would you say is the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone who's trying to increase their network? Their network.
That's a great question as well, and I love this one because I think that really like the value of networking is so important because it really is like one of the biggest. This is the truest thing. A lot of the time, it's not what you know, but it's who you know, and that is just so true. um, the biggest thing I would say is don't be afraid to like reach out to people, whether they're a bigger creator or they're smaller. Like reach out to everybody because at the end of the day, like the worst thing that they can say is no, and a lot of the time they're gonna say yes because it's like I'm someone who I want to connect with like everyone. I want to connect with as many people like as I can, and so I would say like get out of your comfort zone and go to events. Don't be afraid, like I said, to connect with people, and you know like just reach out, take every opportunity that you can. If you know that there's people in your area that have similar interests, or let's say you're a creator and you're trying to connect with more people, find out who's in your area and connect with more people. And the more people you connect to, more people you could eventually connect to. So it's just really just not being afraid to reach out to people and reach out to as many people as you can, because you never know, like you eventually could meet up with or end up working on something with.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
What do you think is the biggest piece of advice that a millionaire has given you?
Oof. Wow, that's a that's a tough one. um let's see. I think my favorite, this isn't the best one because we've gotten, you'll get a lot of, um I love this one a lot. You better love what you do, because someone else is going to love it more. So
I
I
guess.
like that one. A pretty generic one that we get is, follow your passion and align it with something that can be monetized. So if you're into music, start making music content, build a store around it. That's kind of like how you could do that. But there's a lot of like really good advice. I'm trying to think about one. I like there's one that someone said, like, make sure you hit a couple singles and bunts before going for the home run. Rome wasn't built in a day. So it's
Day
like
by day.
day by day, yeah. Like don't, you're gonna have to be in it for the long run. Because if not, like if you're not consistent, like we've all been susceptible to like not being consistent on something, and then you see like the results of that. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're in the gym, whether you're posting content, like consistency is the biggest, by far the biggest thing, um the most important thing when like doing anything with content and like trying to like grow on social media.
If you could have dinner with 5 people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oof, good question. um Floyd Mayweather, um
Mm.
Makes sense.
Kanye West, Elon Musk. um just because, let's see. Hmm, that's three. I want to throw like another artist in there, like either like Jay-Z or something like that, but I'm just trying to like balance it out.
Mhm.
um Honestly, probably like right now, Gary Vee, just because I love, I, for what I do, like for like content, I think he's the best like influencer in that space right now for what he's doing. So I'd say Gary, and then five, I'd probably go. Trying to think. Um, hmm, let's see. Need to get one more in there. You said dead or alive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that's a wide umbrella.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably take like honestly, I'll go for like an actor, probably either like Will Smith or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Got you.
Yeah, that's my 5.
Well, that is all I have for you, James. You have been nothing short of spectacular. I sincerely appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you having you. Thank you for everything. Your insight on everything. You really have a lot of knowledge, especially at your age. Like
Mm-hmm.
we may be older than you, but it's like you definitely come with a lot of wisdom, and your work shows for itself. So it's like no matter how old or young, you can always learn from somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and we learned a lot from you. So thank you for your time.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, likewise, man. It was great to connect with y'all, and yeah. I mean, Glassford is that your name?
Yeah, it's my government. Yes.
Okay, dope. Yeah, if you're ever in Texas, reach out, and then also, what is your name, bro?
Prince.
Prince. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we'll have to connect or go get some food at some point, dude.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
Awesome.